Tomorrow is chasing new adventures and following them everywhere. Fly Emirates. Hello, tomorrow.
Nelson Mandela, former South African president and Nobel Peace Prize laureate, is in a critical condition, leaving millions of South Africans fearing the worst. Speaking exclusively to News First, spokesperson for the South African President Jacob Zuma, Mac Maharaj, said that the president and the deputy leader of the African National Congress had visited Mandela in hospital last night. Let's take a listen to what he said.
The condition of former President Nelson Mandela, who is still in hospital in Pretoria, has become critical. The doctors are doing everything possible to get his condition to improve and ensuring that Madiba is well looked after and is comfortable.
The 94-year-old former president has been hospitalized 4 times since December, but this has been the gravest report on his health. Now, Nelson Mandela is one of the world's most revered statesmen who led the struggle to replace the apartheid regime of South Africa with a multiracial democracy.
The worsening of Nelson Mandela's condition is bound to concern South Africa's 53 million people, for whom Mandela remains the architect of a peaceful transition to democracy in 1994 after 3 centuries of white domination. Mandela, who became South Africa's first black president after historic all-race elections nearly 2 decades ago, was rushed to a Pretoria hospital on June 8th. With a recurrence of a lung infection, his 4th hospitalization in 6 months. Until Sunday, official communiques had described his condition as serious but stable, although comments last week from Mandela's family members and his presidential successor, Thabo Mbeki, suggested he was on the mend. Members of Mandela's family visited him at the Pretoria hospital yesterday. Mandela's daughters and his ex-wife Winnie Mandela were seen entering the Mediclinic Heart Hospital to visit the 94-year-old.
It's our dad. It's the children's grandfather. We've never had him in our life for better part of our years. This is, in a sense, quality and sacred time for us. And I would expect the world to really back off and leave us alone.
Is he aware of just how sick he is? Or has he kind of gone already, even though he's still physically here?
No, I don't think he's gone. He's still there. He still opens his eyes. He's still... the touch is there.
Local residents who gathered outside the hospital where Mandela is being treated said that Madiba is in their prayers.
No, I'm hoping he gets well, like he's in our prayers every time. So, yeah, hopefully he'll get better. We know he will. Yeah, he's in our thoughts, in our prayers every time.
I don't know, like if he passed away, I don't know what will happen to this nation. I don't know, to this country, I don't know. But I think we can, in time, can learn to accept it, and move forward. I don't know. But for now, I don't know.
Convening a press conference in Johannesburg this afternoon, South African President Jacob Zuma said that doctors were doing everything they could to make the former leader comfortable.
Former President Mandela remains in a critical condition in hospital. The doctors are doing everything possible to ensure his well-being and comfort. We thank the media for support and keeping the public informed during this difficult time.
Since stepping down after 1 term as president, Mandela has played little role in the public or political life of the continent's biggest and most important economy. His last public appearance was waving to fans from the back of a golf cart before the final of the Soccer World Cup in Johannesburg's Soccer City Stadium in July 2010. During his time, Mandela has divided his time between his home in the wealthy Johannesburg suburb of Hughton, Kanu, the village in the impoverished Eastern Cape province where he was born. The public's last glimpse of him was a brief clip aired by state television in April during a visit to his home by Zuma and other senior ANC officials. At the time, the 101-year-old liberation movement, which led the fight against white minority rule, assured the public Mandela was in good shape although the footage showed a thin and frail old man sitting in an armchair.
News First Bureau correspondent in Cape Town, South Africa, Rohan Wickramasinghe, joined us earlier in the day on our primetime news on Yes FM, and News First Madhushka Balasuriya asked him what the public mood is like in Cape Town.
The news of his health actually has been dominating the chat in lunchrooms and classrooms and even worldwide in different countries, as you might have seen over the news. Right now, the only thing that people of South Africa and the world hang on to is that he is in serious but stable condition, as the doctors put. However, with all of this, everyone is hopeful. The security walls of the hospital are covered with get well soon notices, and every now and then members of the clergy want to come up and give out prayer as well. It's a hopeful sight for the rest of South Africa, but a lot of questions are going to be raised regarding politics and how the country is going to be after this. I've spoken to many people about this, and that, I believe, is how they feel, that the country and the government will move forward with him in high respect and high honor, whatever happens across this time of grief.